every +6, every pick. This is AFL Fantasy Live with the Traders. Now, here are your hosts, Roy, Calvin, and Warnie.
G'day with the Traders. Thanks to Sportsbet, I'm Roy, Coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
And
helps
Calvin.
to turn microphones on.
It does. Well done.
Yeah, I wasn't playing around there. But Calvin,
Yeah,
welcome.
Coach of Calvinator.
Now, boys, it's round 19, and we're here for the all-important teams, obviously.
Yes.
So we're getting close to finals times
are.
now. There's people chasing cars. There's people chasing hats. Obviously,
What are you
People
chasing?
chasing league premierships
league
as well.
premierships, that's all. That's the only window I've got at the moment. You're sort of in hat territory.
You are, dog.
If
I'm
you could
not.
pump out another good week.
I could.
You keep
You
telling
could.
us you are.
Let's hope it doesn't happen. Now,
Oh, come on.
there's a few names that have been circulating as we lead up to teams.
yes.
Just little bits of leaks coming through here and there. But an important one for Darcy Cameron owners was that Grundy, as we actually squirted last night,
yes.
is going to be missing the next one to two
Maybe
anyway.
two, that's right.
So we can rest easy for another week
Well,
or
what
two
it sounds like
there.
too for him, see the VFL team, Collingwood's VFL team, doesn't have a game, so they want to play him in the VFL. So it
Yep.
could be 2 more weeks
Yeah.
of Darcy Cameron.
Yes, it certainly could. So keep an eye on that. But I know a few of us have been sweating, thinking about we don't really want Darcy Cameron
we
there
don't.
sharing, but we don't have to worry about it just yet. Now, another a ruck forward that has been, highly talked about as a potential trade target this week is Rowan Marshall.
Correct.
Now, what we didn't want to hear is
no.
that he didn't train.
Illness, apparently.
Illness.
Yes.
So he's had 4 COVID tests, was the quote.
Yeah.
And he hasn't tested positive, which is a good sign. But if you're pumping 4 tests into
That's
the big
it.
fella, that's a worry.
Well, he's obviously says something not right, isn't there? So the thing is, though, they play on Sunday.
Right.
So I'm thinking they're going to give him every opportunity. I think he's going to be fine.
Okay, because I was massive on him, but now I'm slightly concerned.
He'll be right.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the Jordan Dawson rumours?
Who?
Jordan Dawson.
Jordan Dawson.
So he's your man, Cal, at the Crows.
He
Have
is.
you got any squirts on that one?
No squirts yet, only what I've seen through the socials.
Yeah.
And what I'm feeling in my heart.
Oh, what is that?
He's okay.
He'll be all right?
Yeah, he's okay.
Oh, well, that's
It's good if these players can get ill at the start of the week, in
Yeah.
the middle of the week, but game time.
Yeah.
No, we
Just
don't want
puts
that.
pressure on us.
Now, a guy that we've talked about since the start of the year, God, we've given him some airtime.
Oh, don't we? Yeah.
And this is shocking
He's our
timing,
boy.
to be honest. We're really happy for him. But Elijah Hollands
Yes.
debuting at this time of year,
Yeah, I know.
There's some good and bad about it. It's great for him.
it's great for him.
Been a couple of
We're
years
very
coming.
happy for him.
He's a Jet.
Yeah.
190k mid forward if you need that downgrade.
What's he
However,
been averaging in the VFL? 80 or
85,
something?
85 in the VFL.
it's good.
So he's banged the door down to get there.
He sure has.
But the selfish
Yeah,
sicko
yeah.
in me, I wanted him cheap next
We're
year.
going to spend a little bit more on him next year than what we
Can
need
have to. So anyway, that's all we really. Oh, actually, there is a couple of names, but I don't want to go with it
Okay, not yet.
just yet because
Okay.
it's from unconfirmed sources.
Are they a team of
it's,
awesome source, though?
No, not yet, but this will get them there. So there's a
Okay.
couple of reasonably relevant names that I'll be keeping a very close eye on
Okay,
tonight.
just so you're not calling it late, give me the first initial of their first name.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Come on.
No, I have to find out if this is a reliable source or not.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Anyway, well,
All
that's
right,
what it
we got
is.
any teams yet, dog?
No, not yet, boys. But let's have a think about who's the most traded in player this round so far. Do you know?
No.
I do. It'd have to be Jai Cully.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
where the cash will be, I guess, for people wanting that downgrade.
Yeah.
So Jai Cully, great last week. 11 tackles, scored 76,
Yep.
and you get him at 224k. Got the mid-forward status, which is going to be handy for a lot of coaches now. So are you picking him over Elijah Hollands?
Look, that
$34,000.
That $34,000. It doesn't sound like much until next week when you're trying to get to that top target.
I've seen a lot
and
of
you fall
people tweet
20K
this. Yeah, I've
short
seen a
or
lot of
something.
tweets this week of people 1K short.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm going to bring in a new rule next year. Like at the top of your screen, a little icon, like a smash in an emergency, and there's like 5K in there.
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
Not a
No,
lot.
I like it.
Just to get
It's
you over
it's
the
a good
line.
idea. To tell you the truth, at this time of year, I'm going the basement guy. I don't want to fall short.
Oh.
So I'm going Hollands.
Yeah, it's not a bad.
Despite
Yeah.
being very impressed with Cully's
So
performance.
the other one, the next most traded in player is Josh Carmichael, and that's an interesting one because he had a great game fantasy-wise, 111 points.
Yep.
Kicked, didn't handball.
Yeah,
that was a
yeah.
good thing. That's
24
the Bulldogs
kicks,
side.
no handballs. It's great fantasy.
But he apparently has been training with the B team.
That's never a good sign.
No, it's not.
I kind of had a feeling that 24% of disposal efficiency might bite him on the backside, so we'll have to keep a
Oh, it
close
was
eye on
wet
that.
and slippery, though.
Oh, look, I don't care about disposal efficiency, to be honest.
How would
but
your disposal efficiency be in that, Cow?
Oh, terrible. I wouldn't have got it. So,
You're in Adelaide at the moment, as am I.
Yeah, we're all in Adelaide
You
at
are
the
in
moment.
Adelaide.
So
Well, we should go and check out Adelaide Oval to see what it's like there.
it'd be wet and slippery. Anyway,
Would
teams have dropped, Dog,
Have
which
they?
is very exciting.
Have they, Cow?
Well, they're slowly
Some
going
there.
through. There's only a couple, though.
we
so
normally like to go in order, Cow. So
Yeah,
we've got the
that's fine.
first one.
I reckon you were talking about the highly traded in players earlier. I reckon
Yep.
Rowan Marshall would be right up there at the
So
moment.
Rowan Marshall there is number 3 on the list now, with Callum Mills at 4. So they've probably been the 2 hype guys of the week of the
Yep.
premiums to be getting.
So-
and then Hollands as well.
Just on Marshall. So without Ryder this year, he's averaging 101.
Yep.
Off the back of that big 131 last time that happened. So, and that's not a common trend. So last year, it is a common trend. So last year he was 26 points better when Ryder wasn't
Look,
there.
it's significant, and it will be significant again. I did see. I also saw some information hinting that they might still play with 2 rucks, which wouldn't be.
It's not ideal.
It would
but
take the
ideal.
shine off the selection.
All right, let's get into the teams then. We've got Friday night footy, which is Richmond and Fremantle at 7:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That's at Marvel Stadium. Ivan Soldo is in with Arts omitted and Gibcus omitted. Your son wanted Arts omitted, didn't
Mate,
he, Cal?
no wonder. He shouldn't have played on from that. What a muppet. No, that's
Freo, they've brought back Alex Pearce and Liam Henry. Lobbs out injured and Trav Collier omitted with Ethan Hughes, the Medi sub.
Pierce
who's
in.
there.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, great in.
Geez, we got through one game.
That's it, Kate. Yeah, we're good.
All right, let's look at the 145 game. So first one down in Hobart, Bluntstone Arena. No changes there for North Melbourne. Up and about.
Aren't they
That's
ever?
where they are. Hawthorn bring back Jack Gunston, and CJ is out for the Hawks, and Jacob Kaczynski, who was the Medi sub last week. Swans, no changes. Crows, no changes.
Wow, this is
So
good.
This is great
that's
news.
gotta
So
be
that's Jordan
positive
Dawson.
news. Well, at this point.
He's okay. He's
good.
fine.
Of course he will be. Let's get into the 4:35 game here in the home of Port Adelaide. Jed McKenty?
McEntyre's back.
Oh, mate,
Me
he's
boy.
there.
He's still got McEnty.
And have you got Mead, though?
No,
No,
need
you
for
got-
speed.
No, he's omitted with Riley
bad
Bonner
luck.
as well.
Bad
For
luck,
the
mate.
Cats, so Menegola's out injured. That's the only change, or the one that's named up at the moment. Let's look at the Western Bulldogs and Melbourne. Astronaut is back.
Thank goodness.
Jordan Sweet
Oh,
has been
yes,
omitted.
that
So
is
good
music
news
to my
for
ears.
any of us Tim English owners.
Goodness
with
me,
that
that
one.
was a disaster last week.
And for Melbourne, Clayton Oliver is back after that week off that he had with that thumb, and Harrison Petty is also in. Now they're outs. Tomlinson's been omitted, Bedford's been omitted, and Dunstan, the Medisub. Oh, do you know what that also means?
Bowie didn't get back in.
Bowie didn't get back in.
Unbelievable
Emergency,
scenes.
my boy.
Nah. What more can he do?
Hey, this has been good so far.
Yeah, it has.
Brisbane and Gold Coast. So that game there is Rich is back, Zorko is back, Berry, Adams, McInerney. They're all back in there. So they're out. Kadeen Coleman out injured.
That
Right.
means I've got a new
So he
member
is
of Team
officially
Awesome
out.
Sauce.
Okay,
was the
that was
squirt.
there.
Really?
Yeah, yep.
Nakai Cockatoo, Payne, Sharp, and Fort have all been omitted there for Gold Coast. So Darcy McPherson, Jeremy Sharp, Jai Farah, and, as we mentioned earlier, Elijah Hollands are the ins there. They're out. Braden Fiorini omitted.
How?
Why?
Jeez, unlucky.
Ace, here we go, is out as well, omitted. Bose has been omitted. A few draft
Interesting.
leagues
Yeah.
were pretty happy with him being there. Markov and also Day omitted. So they made a few changes
Had
there
to get old
based on that.
Frederini down to Carlton. He'd come down there.
Of course he would.
Welcome.
Who wouldn't?
Let's look at...
Who wouldn't?
Where are we? Sunday now.
Yep.
Carlton, Roy. 1:10
Oh, no,
PM.
I just looked ahead. This
Oh,
is
no,
very
we
bad
have
news.
an injury. We have a worry,
Not
and that
for
is
Cal, though.
George Hewitt. Oh, don't you have Hewitt?
No, you don't need Hewitt in your team.
Unbelievable.
He's always
you
injured.
are so kissed.
So
He's always
all
injured.
the time.
Hewitt is out injured. We'll find out exactly what
God.
that is very shortly. But Hewitt's out injured, as well as Will Hayes, who was suspended. Now, their ins include Fogarty, O'Brien, McGovern, Dow, and Setterfield. Obviously, this is a Sunday game. Cal?
Who am I?
Wow.
Why do
Can I do
cop
dimples
them
like
all
he
the
does?
time?
Can I do it?
The outs for the Giants. So Matt Flynn has been omitted, which means
Yes!
Juicy Prusy is in.
Juicy! Oh, I'm all over that.
Tom Green's been managed. Josh Kelly is out with that concussion. Hogan has been managed, and Iden injured as well.
So in this game, I've got Kelly and Hewitt out.
Oh,
God, I'm lucky.
Cripper lives again.
Cripper lives.
So Kennedy, as we said, Bruce, Cameron Fleeton cow.
Who's that?
Google him. Yeah, exactly. Steenie, Brander, Briggs has come in as well into the squad. Leek Aaliyah and Zach Sproul. So Prusy named in the ruck, so he will be playing.
Mate, it is just a biggest lock of the week.
No outs for Collingwood and Essendon.
Just on that dog, sorry, Fleeton is a 190k defender.
Right, if you need that,
But
could
no.
be an option if he gets a gig anyway. That's the thing. He may not necessarily be there. All right, so Collingwood, no outs. Essendon, no outs. Quainer, Taylor Adams, and also Tyler Brown are the ins. Now, for the Bombers, Waterman, Stewart, and Massimo D'Ambrosio into the squad. So, squad only.
Okay.
Friday, 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Now, the Twilight game on Sunday, Connor West, Greg Clark, Josh Rotham come into the Eagles squad. No outs as yet for St Kilda. They've lost Ryder, so
Yes.
that's there. And looks like it is for the rest of the season, or
Yep.
home and away season, even with where we're at. Zach Jones has been omitted, and Wanganeen Miller are omitted as well. Coming in, Hunter Clark, Leonard, Connolly, Windhager, Ross, and Campbell.
That's what I was worried about. Tom Campbell being
Campbell.
named.
So
Okay.
Campbell has been named on the bench. Check that. But it might be a little flag.
Yes, it could well be.
If you were keen on Rowan Marshall.
So it's a flag for a couple of reasons here. One, if he's named and they play together,
Yep.
that's a huge flag. Two, is he named there because Marshall is crook
Yeah. Oh.
to come in?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
I
a
just
worry.
don't think we touch it now.
No.
No, I'm a bit too worried about it.
Yeah, I
now.
think
Well, we probably won't have
Oh.
the choice, though, Roy.
Have you got 2 force trades as
No,
well?
just one.
Oh.
Oh, cow and the smugness is there.
You've got one though, don't you?
I've got one in Kelly.
So,
Yeah.
Hewitt. It's big.
It's big because he's in the role on 22
Oh,
as
right,
well.
yes.
So that's
little
really
bit-
annoying
Too right it
for
is.
a whole new reason. But so he's coming off about 490s
Yep.
in a row. He's solid as a rock, and his run ahead is delicious. So he was set for a really big
He was.
finish to the season. So this is it's a big disaster,
It's a
to be
spanner.
honest. Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
spanner.
huge spanner.
I wonder what it is. I don't think they've named it up yet, have they?
No, I was trying to find that. And
Yeah,
it's still
okay.
listed as injured with my other bit of sauce.
So he's
that I
been a
have
bit
there.
frustrating this year because he's already been out of our sides and back in with that
Yeah.
calf. So
Yep.
he's going to have to go. At this time of year, if someone like that's
Well,
out,
and that's
they have to go.
That's strategy here. If you've got someone out for a week,
Yeah.
you trade them.
Too right you do.
yeah,
Yep.
they got to go.
Especially a guy like Josh Kelly for myself with the concussion protocols. He goes straight away.
Because it's only a week, but he just has to go.
He's gotta go.
He hasn't been doing anything anyway.
I'm going to have to
Agreed.
go to his mate Doherty, I think. That's where I'll go.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, welcome.
Have you got him?
Of course I got him.
Oh, I
Jeez,
can't
mate.
believe you don't have Hewitt. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's
How did you-
absolutely typical that you don't have him.
You're listening to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast. This is the Gold Diggers, thanks to Sportsbet. Conditions apply, gamble responsibly. 1-800-858-858.
Now it's back to me for our Bet with Mates group. Thanks to Sportsbet. Head to sportsbet.com.au where you can start your group. Bet together and share the moment. We're going to start off with a Friday night, same game multi. And here's
Are
where
you
I'm
back
going.
up again?
I am.
Oh,
Here we go.
no.
Jeez.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Andrew Brayshaw, 30 or more disposals. Jordan Clark for 20 or more. And Bailey Banfield to hit the scoreboard with a goal. Because anytime goal scorer, I don't just want him to get a point. So I don't mind that
that's
one
the
there.
concept. So he's kicked 11 goals his last 6 games, so I don't mind that. And Brayshaw backs up. Like, he had a 78 last week
Yeah,
in
it's not
fantasy.
happening again.
Terrible score. No touches. He gets over 30.
Hope that works.
I'll tick it off.
Saturday, we're looking at a goal kickers in each of the games. So Will Day, Chad Warner, Connor Rozee, Hugh McCluggage, and Marcus Bontempelli all to kick goal. That's paying $7.22 for that one. So a little bit of a risky one, but something to
Oh,
watch
it is,
in
but
each
it's
of
a
the
bit
games.
of fun. I love watching the goal kickers. Now, they're all nice fantasy names as well, having a look at that. I'm very confident with that one, Dog. I'm actually going to kick it off.
All right, well, you can find Bet with Mates in the Sportsbet app. Start your group, bet together, and share the moment. Conditions apply. For more details, see sportsbet.com.au. And as always, gamble responsibly.
Now, Warn Dog.
Right, what have you
Calvin's
got?
captains. It's been endorsed by the great Rory Laird.
Has it?
Yeah, he's ticked it off. He says one of his most favourite segments. He listens every week. Hi, Rory. So, yeah, we're pretty tight now. So just let you know.
have you got him at number 1 then?
No, he's at number 2.
Oh, right.
And that's the way
all
I
right,
roll.
though.
I'm ruthless.
Yeah, you got to be.
Ruthless. You've
Just
been
because-
ruthless with some of your advice this year.
No, just because Rory and I are tight.
He's coming off a 160, the cow.
Yeah. Just because we're tight doesn't mean you just go straight to number 1.
No, definitely not.
So number 1 is going to be Mills, and it's because he has a ceiling that the other guys are not. Well, they're not sort of showing at the moment.
Oh my
so,
God. What do you
What?
mean? One of them had 160.
yeah, but that's the first time he's gone over like a 140. Mills has done it 3
You can't
times.
stand there and say he doesn't have a ceiling and say you guys are tight.
We're tight, but he's done it once. Laddie knows this. We've already talked about it.
Seriously.
Right? He's going to
Yep.
try to pick it up
Sorry,
this week.
carry on. You're in good
anyway,
form.
so Mills coming off a 132 and a 148. That's great form. Goes to the SCG. Dog loves playing the SCG, averaging 127 there in his last 4.
Didn't used to a few weeks ago.
No, apparently.
Yeah, and things change. And that's the thing. You've got to be flexible. If
You
you're a
do.
pirate picking captain,
Yeah.
pick peppers, you've got to be flexible. And
Yeah.
that's what I am, except in the
Yeah,
hamstrings. So,
That's true.
right, so
story.
Collingwood last week had 6 tons against them.
Right.
And it's going to be big. Callum will have a lot of marks in this one. So he's my number 1.
Yeah.
Laird is my number 2, just based on the fact. Here you go, dog. Here's a stat.
Right.
Last Bulldogs and Melbourne played at the SCG in recent weeks. Out of those 2 teams, there are 8 players who average a ton. Only one of those guys tonned up against Sydney at the
Look,
SCG.
I'll give it to you. That's a great
Right.
stat.
That is a great stat. I'm pretty
100%
sure
it
it's
is.
100% true
Oh,
too.
yeah, exactly. Did you get your S wrong with an M?
No,
or
no,
anything
I'm
like
pretty
that?
sure I'm right. So that's
No,
legit.
that's impressive. Okay.
Anyway, Zach Merritt's going to be your fallback option. He'll be mine anyway. So I'll be going a vice captain on Callum
Right.
Mills if I can get him in this week. All that carnage around my team, I don't know if I can do it anymore. Anyway, so I'll be going Mills or Led into Zach Merritt. So Merritt's got Collingwood.
Yeah.
Number 1 easiest team for midfielders to score against.
Yep.
I don't even need to go through
Look,
the numbers.
we
It's
were pretty
nuts.
harsh on Zach Merritt a few. Oh,
Yeah.
well, it wasn't. It was well deserved, actually. He was well below his best, but this last month, he is back. Look at himself again.
His last 3 games, 131, 127, 128, are his best 3 games for the year.
And he's got that matchup.
And he's got the matchup.
Gee whiz.
It's the second last game on Sunday, so he should be able to roll into him.
Yeah.
And he should have a day out.
Nice.
Right. So I'm going with Brayshaw as my VC on Friday night. Are you okay with that?
I'll tick that off. So 156 against Richmond last year. He bounces back from that 78. That was pretty average. If you can look past that, he's got a 141 to 121 there.
Exactly.
So you can look past that. They're not going to send anyone to him, well, no one significant anyway. And he has already had a 123 at Marvel this year.
So now my thoughts on that, though. So if that fails, do I go with Mills or do I go with Laird? Because for me, it's all about playing a straight bat and being safe, I reckon,
Why?
Oh,
Why are you
wow.
playing safe? What are you playing safe for?
because I'm just a good
That-
coach.
that is a good point
Yeah,
by
well,
you, though.
some people might be in the same position because we have seen a 50 from Mills before.
Yeah, we made a rule
We
that
don't
he could
get that
only
from
be
Laird.
a VC a few weeks ago.
Mills will outscore Laird. That's why he's at number 1, Laird at number 2.
Yeah, I think
And
he
how
will
often
too.
have you been right on that?
Very regularly. This is endorsed
Why
by
don't you
Rory
just
Laird.
roll into Merritt? Oh, you
So-
can't because they're 1 and 2.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's basically, well, I could not go Brayshaw,
Do
but
that.
I do like Brayshaw as a VC option because he's a ceiling type guy
Mm.
Yeah.
as well.
But-
and likes Etihad Stadium, Marvel Stadium even.
I
Yeah.
think you should go Mills into Merritt.
That's more of a straight bat than what you were suggesting. However, if
I may
Brayshaw-
not have Mills though now. That's the other issue because I was picking it
Oh.
up this week.
Wouldn't you like a VC on a guy that's coming off 160?
you could do. We're looking at we're bypassing Laird here, who's gone at 137 since the
Exactly.
bye. However, remember, Sydney is tough.
Okay, I remember.
However, you are now mates, which is probably going to put a real damper
No,
on things.
no,
for
he
you.
understands. This is the relationship.
Right, well, it's
Okay.
good.
What are you doing then, Roy?
Well, I was
probably
hoping.
not getting Mills now.
Well, I was hoping to get Mills in. If I can, he will be my VC into Merritt.
Yeah,
If I
perfect.
can't get him in, I don't know what I'll do.
Yeah, okay, we'll come up with that later. I'll sort you out.
I'm confident with Merritt anyway. I don't care.
Agree.
I want to play again.
I reckon I would have had a pretty good crack at the record.
They were great.
She goes to the milk bar and comes out with 5 heralds and I'm on the front.
It has been a privilege and a pleasure to spend time with the Centurions, getting to hear their stories in their words.
It was just a buzz of a place to be.
Oh, it's exciting.
You take that conversion rate any day of the week.
Subscribe to the Centurions wherever you get your podcasts and keep clicking back to afl.com.au and the AFL Live app for another instalment with the game's greatest goal kickers.
Nothing wrong with a bit of me time.
That was Brian Taylor.
Thanks, Cal.
No, 45% of the public only have just worked out that's Brian Taylor, and I was one of them.
That's amazing. That
I
still
know.
fascinates me that you guys didn't know that.
One of our sources on the ground, Drew Jones, who he's putting his hand up for a
He's making
fantasy
a comeback.
journo of the year.
He's making a comeback,
He's letting us
Drew.
know that George Hewitt missed for Carlton this weekend. After reporting back soreness to Club Medicos today.
You had a back sore, but
Yeah, but
you're
I
good
still
now.
front up.
Yeah, a few beers loosened it up.
That helped.
Maybe that's what George needs to
Oh,
do.
maybe. This is very frustrating. I'm a bit flat about this, but anyway, he's a must
Backline's
trade.
copped it a little bit too. That's the thing. Like Whitfield last week, and he's
Yeah.
still not back as well, obviously. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's
As
very
I said.
disappointing, but hey, just going to have to change the trades. All good.
Are you?
Yep.
Right. I don't like having to think about changing trades. It's annoying, actually.
Oh, it is, and it's just happening every week though at the moment, isn't
horrible.
it? Unbelievable.
It's
So
almost- yeah.
I could always go to your mate Prusy.
Yeah,
buy
mate,
some DPP.
could you do that?
Yes, you could. It's juicy. You definitely could do it. I'm all in on that.
No, I'm not doing that.
Great matchup this week as well.
Have you got any questions coming
All
for
right,
us,
we've
Doc?
got plenty of questions here. Let's have a look here. Bailey Smith, an option?
Yeah, he's an option.
He's going to be number one forward.
He is. He's number one in the roll on 22 forwards.
Well,
Yep.
definitely going to be
Yep.
then.
All right.
Sorry, I doubted it.
Dave's saying here, Brayshaw is a VC. Been following me, and he always tends to turn up every second game.
Oh, one of those
Is that in your-
patterns.
is that in your-
He's found a pattern.
Is that in your strategy, Cal?
Unfortunately, no. Patterns do not come into it.
Right.
On, off. No, you can't do it like that. However, yes, he's a great
But
VC
he is,
option.
yeah,
Of course he
he's
is.
a VC. For
All right,
sure.
Jason wants to know who goes first, Cripps or Wines? So basically, who scores less for the rest of the year?
Cripper goes.
He does say it might be a Calvin scale of hardness question. Isn't Carlton all right on the scale of
Oh
hardness?
my gosh! I hope I get kissed for keeping Cripps because
All right.
his run
You've earned it.
is unbelievably
Yeah.
good.
If you're going off the scale, then you're getting rid of Wines and you're keeping Cripper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you well, there you go. There's your
Tim's
answer.
asking on Twitter here, a nice easy one this week. Get rid of one of only Short, Crisp, or Cripps. Now, he does say, how can you say that 3 times quickly? So Short, Crisp, and Cripps.
Short, crisp, and crisp.
It is Cripper, despite the easy run. He goes first.
Agree.
All right.
He's clogging a mid spot.
He is.
Something
Yeah,
chronic.
he's gotta go.
Costing 30 points a week in there.
Yeah.
Logan wants to know whether he goes Sean Darcy to Marshall or Tom Mitchell to Mills.
Mitchell to Mills.
Yeah, you're probably going to get more points there.
You will get a lot more
Yeah,
points.
Go Mills and put a VC on him or something.
Yep.
Yep.
Love it.
Right, bring in Marshall or Bailey Smith this week. Is it Bailey Smith?
It's Bailey Smith.
When there's smoke, there's fire. That's the concern
There is
with
too
him.
much
Yeah, there's
around
too much.
Marshall.
And the thing
he's
is-
probably going to come out and be awesome.
Yeah, but there's also next week.
But yeah, exactly
We
right.
don't need him this week.
Yesterday, I was all in on him.
Yeah.
It was the number one trade target in my eyes. There has just been a little bit too much going on now
Agree.
to be the number one trade target.
Now, Lenny's asking the floor of Steele or the ceiling of Mills. So Steele's
good
pretty
question.
safe for you.
He is very safe.
And he sits higher in the rolling, though, Mills.
Steele sits higher than Mills.
Oh, does he?
For the
So
safety,
Steele then.
the safety criteria got him there.
Yep, there you go.
Even though Mills does have that great.
I'm still Mills.
I would chase Mills, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now, Ahmed wants to know, should Warner be a genuine trade target considering his soft fixture and low price?
Yep.
Destroy.
Yeah, 100% he should be. He's in great form. 300s in a row. Looked outstanding. His run home is elite.
Elite.
At that price tag, it's very low risk.
Now, Ben's wanting to know, he wants to get rid of either Cameron or Witts to get in Marshall.
Right.
We're saying no to Marshall, are we?
No, I'm not. I'm not
You're
saying
not?
no to Marshall.
Okay.
I'm saying watch this space to Marshall.
Yeah.
If
Hold
you
off
are,
as long as you
if
can.
you are doing that trade, that's a very good question because
Yeah.
the Grundy thing is always lingering.
Yeah.
Witts hasn't been outstanding,
No, he
but at
hasn't.
least his role is clear.
Yep.
I guess you get rid of Cameron.
You just need to wait and see, I think, tomorrow night when the teams are finalised to see if Campbell's there.
If he's in the team,
It's a
you
no.
don't do it.
If he's out, you can go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And hope he's not a laid out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Is Dawson out? No, not at this stage.
Not at this stage, but where is this coming from? I really
There
cannot
was
have this
a report
happen.
on the news this
Yeah.
week that he was missing training because he was ill.
And I even chucked sources out there today. I said, everyone go knock on your neighbour's door. Just go and check. If everyone in the world did it, we'd find out.
Who hasn't chucked a sickie from a training before?
Well, that's it. Was it raining? I missed all those.
You certainly did.
Would you go for a nice point of difference or just trust Cow's scale of hardness?
You know what I'm
Well,
going
you
to say?
never trust that thing. I can give you the hot tip.
Come on, it's been good.
Cost me a hat, mate. I still haven't got over that.
The thing is, though, you can do both.
Yeah.
Honestly, depends on where you are. If you're knocking on the door of a hat and you really need to shake it up a bit, because let's face it, 99% of fantasy players are following the scale. Okay? You can, and I don't mind leading them down that path. It's usually a great path of success. However,
Man, oh man.
yeah, you can break the trend. Go, player difference.
You need a breathalyzer before you log into your scale of hardness.
It works. It works.
Pete wants to know here. Love your work, guys.
Thanks, Pete.
Now,
Appreciate it.
short to Sinclair, you tick that.
Tick that.
Or is it Will Brodie to Callum Mills via DPP, which means that he moves Bailey Smith forward?
Gosh.
Will Brodie. Yeah, I don't mind that. That can go.
I don't mind it. Brody's still getting it done.
He is.
Mills is a great option. Like, if you're talking a top 3 midfielder
Yep.
for the run home, you do want a piece of
Well,
that. But Sinclair, he's
Yeah.
doing some amazing things as well.
What's your difference then, week to week, of short to Sinclair? Short, 90?
Short's a 90 guy.
110. 20 points.
20 points. Okay, then Brodie and Mills. 90 and 120.
And he's a vice-captain option. You never
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
All right,
Also
so Chase-
Sinclair, but I'd go the Mills.
Chase the VC
I think so.
option. Yeah, fair call. His run home is so good.
It's
as well,
elite.
in that awesome scale of hardness.
I know, Roy.
Yeah,
Now, Tom wants to
Have a
know
look at that,
it's good. It's
on
true.
Facebook whether you go Coleman and Hewitt to Berry and Warner. So you're going a couple of cheaper options there.
Look, Berry, he was really good last week, wasn't he?
111.
So Sam
Lot
Berry,
of-
I assume.
17 tackles, though, Roy.
Yeah, so I've got him. I do watch him a little bit actually because I've got him in my draft team, and
Yeah.
he's great, and his tackling is elite. But that game was set up for tackles.
It was.
Last week, so I'm not huge on it, but he is a guy that seems to hit 80s if you're happy with that.
Would you go Hewitt to Dacos?
Hell yeah,
Yes, you can. Too right, you can.
Dacos is in the rolling.
yeah. He might have even been above Hewitt in it.
Yeah, you might have
It's
been.
an upgrade.
Yep.
Yeah, good job. The only flag with him is the Bombers do flirt with the idea of putting forwards in that tagging role on the attacking
Yeah,
halfbacks.
sometimes they do.
So that could happen,
It could.
given his performance last week.
Wow, imagine
and
if
how
they did
reactionary and predictable the Bombers are.
Exactly.
It's probably going to happen.
He didn't go with that.
Who are you bringing in here for Tony? Bont, Duncan, or English?
Bond?
It's
Duncan.
Bont for me.
It's Duncan for me.
Yeah, but is there a worry when next week when Tom Stewart's back for Duncan?
No, spot on.
It's Bond for me.
It's Bond.
Bont, yep.
Bond's higher in the role in 22.
Tim English though, no sweet now.
Oh, he should be all right, but
He should be great.
He hasn't looked good since coming back from that concussion. So he's not passing the eye test at all. Obviously, he's going to be better without Sweet there, but he needs to start having a crack again
And he's
like
up
he was
against
earlier in the year.
Up against the Max.
Yeah, it's a
Jackson
tough
combo.
matchup.
Josh is doing the Kelly to Mills move.
Oh,
which
yep.
we totally tick off. But what does he do with Parnell? Is it Carmichael or Hollands? I think Hollands, just because
Carmichael
there is
trained
some
in this.
doubt.
Yeah, you go straight to
Carmichael.
Hollands.
Yeah, Hollands.
Easy.
Yeah.
Hollands or Cully? I'm happy to pay that 34k more.
Yeah.
If you can.
If
do
you
it.
can.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he should be there the rest of the year. Even the coach said, if he's tackling like that,
Yeah.
he's staying in the team.
Yep.
Yeah. Pay up.
All right. Right, Guelph, we might clamp. That could be an issue.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't
Guelph.
do anything else. He might as well have a crack. No,
been good
that's-
lately.
Oh, is he? Sorry.
It's
I
been
don't watch
horse,
the
Bill.
Bombers. Yeah. Trying to get a bite out of dog.
Yeah.
It's hard today.
It's very hard today.
Yeah,
Got his muzzle on.
Andy's saying this one, Kelly, Hewitt, and Kadeen Coleman all out. All your planning all week has gone out the window, which...
And that, what do I say to that,
sometimes-
dog?
What's that?
Don't plan.
Yeah, well...
Don't plan. Don't
that
think.
helps.
No, that's actually brutal. They're such relevant names. And Coleman was so good coming back in off COVID last week. To hit
Yep.
a ton straight off that, people were rewarded for...
Would
it
they ever?
was a cash grab
Yep.
from Whitfield for a lot of people. Tell you what, that ride didn't last long, did it?
Now, is Bailey Dale an option?
Oh, don't
Yeah.
get me started on Bailey.
Hell yeah,
Dale.
I might
Love it.
chase points this
Yeah,
week.
I like
that might
it.
be my move.
He's a 120 this week without doubt.
I agree 100%.
Without doubt.
Without doubt.
I reckon he'll be the highest scorer in that game.
He will be.
Yeah.
Well, Houston was last time they played.
There you go.
Melbourne
He hasn't
against-
been in any form.
And before that, it was Duncan going at 138. And before that, in the other game, it was Dawson going at 129.
Oh, my God. He's going to be massive.
They give up the most uncontested marks. They will have a field day.
Yeah, I agree.
We want to know here is Zorko an option for Hewitt for Matt?
No.
Just can't touch Zorko.
Do not do that.
No.
That is asking for trouble. There's enough trouble going around as it is.
You don't need to find
Don't
it.
ask for something.
Is Hewitt a 1 weeker? That we don't know. A back, possibly, if he just had soreness sort of thing.
Yeah, they can linger, though.
Could be spinal.
It could be spinal.
No, trade.
I reckon it will only be a week, but
It's a trade.
it's a trade.
Yeah.
Brandon wants to know off Twitter here, Bailey Smith, Bont or English?
It's Bailey Smith.
It's Bailey Smith.
All day.
He's just at the top, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
is your F1 in the rolling 22?
He is, and I think Bont was second or third, so
Okay.
they're both right up there.
Yep.
But it's daylight to English.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
He could bounce back English, without a doubt, but he certainly doesn't deserve to be a high priority at the moment.
I'm going to say no before I even read this. Can I go to Bruce?
Yes!
Hell
Of
yeah,
course
you
you
can.
can.
Okay, scenarios that you could go to Bruce. What would you be doing?
Look, if you...
Come on, you don't even have one, do you?
You don't know what situation he's in. Crisis creates
Is he
opportunity.
just there for fun? Does he want to be part of a wrecking ball unit?
Yes.
Like, what is going to happen with that guy? I assume he plays.
Yeah.
He was named on the ground, was he? Did we
Yes, he was.
check
Named
that?
in the ruck.
Look?
He comes out and has a ton. Right, mark my words,
he
he has a
should.
ton. He will. And then next week we'll all be going, how do we get Bruce? I can just feel it now, Roy.
No wonder Whitfield didn't come back into the team.
No.
He saw Brucey was named.
Too right.
Too risky.
Staying out of that.
Take anyone out.
Now, sorry to Andy there. So Kelly goes and Hewitt or Coleman. So got to be Kelly for the week because he's the pricey midfielder.
He definitely goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hewitt or Coleman, who goes? Is it Hewitt because he's worth more as well and you get to hopefully someone?
Yeah,
Correct.
that's devastating.
And if you need to play a bench player, which you're probably going to need to there.
Yeah.
Might even be,
I'll tell you what.
could you hold Kelly?
Yeah.
Because you might have a better bench
if
player
you've got
there.
if you've got a better
A
bench, like
Saligo, for example, which a lot of
Yeah.
people are rolling with.
Cully might
Yep.
be in there, potential to produce a 70 for you.
You could get away with it.
And
However,
then at least Kelly's straight back in next week.
but Kelly only scores 70s anyway,
He's
so
no
it doesn't
good
really
either.
matter.
No, he'd be nice to get rid of, but this guy, he's not in luxury trade mode.
Yeah, I'm with
he's
you,
in
though.
survival mode.
You need your best cover.
Like, what's on your defender benches are pretty thin at the
They
moment.
would be very thin.
Matt wants to let you know, Cal, Luke Jackson's been named in the ruck over Max. You don't read too much into it. However,
It would not surprise me at all if he
I'll
started
get my
in
little
there.
smug head on. How's Max been for you
Oh,
Cal,
God.
since you got him?
He hasn't been very good at all, Warnie, and you know that.
Do what?
Yeah, I don't think that's appropriate. Is that appropriate?
It's very appropriate. God, you dodged some bullets this year.
I have not. I'll bring you a list next week.
Oh, list.
A list. Might need A3 paper to write it on. That's how
enough.
big it is.
What else have we got, Dog?
All right. Unfortunately, 30K short to get Sinclair. So is it Lloyd or Short? Is it because you're 30K short you get short?
See, this is an example,
I think
though,
I'd get Lloyd.
It's Lloyd.
about
Yes.
these downgrades.
Yep.
This is the difference. That 30K.
Yeah,
is
you're
very
right. I'd have
handy
had that.
because you don't want either of those two. To be
No,
honest,
you don't.
neither of them are safe. The way the Swans have been playing the last couple of weeks, Lloyd is back to being a player of interest.
He is.
Shorty's spending time in the forward line.
Oh,
you don't
good.
want to go anywhere near that.
No.
So I hate to recommend picking Jake Lloyd because it can be a disaster
Yep.
from week to week. But that's where I'd
Definitely.
be going out of those two.
Nathan wants to know Hewitt to Moore, Dylan Moore. We're ticking Dylan Moore off.
Well,
the roles
we're
there, his
ticking
scores
it.
have been great.
We're ticking it. It's
It's a short term.
high risk.
It's only a few weeks to
maneuver.
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
You can do it.
I think
And then
it's a
that's
move.
Kelly to Smith.
Yeah, like that.
Go for it.
Yep, that works. LDU or Warner for Josh Kelly?
It's
for
Warner.
Ryan.
It's Warner for me.
It is just based
LDU's
on
had
this.
some big
He's
numbers.
He's
been
been
great.
very good.
Yeah, he's
Hawks
been
this
great.
week too, but it's still Warner, I think.
Yeah,
You just
I
get
mean,
a bit
that
excited
instant
about
reward
that
with the-
draw. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but it's
He's
three
been
good
very
games.
It
But
is.
I mean, LDU has been
And ceiling for
great
LDU as well.
Yeah, Warner is coming off a 130, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's a decent ceiling.
That's a
Not
good
going to
ceiling.
bump your head on that.
I certainly am not. I need a block to stand on here. When we're doing a standing up thing, it's not very good for the little short warn dog.
You already have a block, mate. What are you talking about? Jeez.
Actually, a lot of people are asking about Chad Warner. Now, Crisp or Pendles for Jacob?
That's very interesting. Pendle's coming off a thumper.
Pendles has been good. Yeah, he did. Inflated scores in that game, we need
So
to
what's
say.
he got? He's about a 130 and a 97, I think it is,
Yeah.
in his last two. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Crispy, he's been a bit frustrated.
He has.
That's a tough one.
I'd go Pendles just with 5 weeks to go.
Would you?
Yeah, why not?
Where would you go, Dog?
Pendles,
Really?
midfield.
Yeah, it's chippy for me.
Okay.
He should be. He should be. That's the thing. But I just think I trust Pendles a little bit more.
Do you?
For some reason, I do.
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
Of course. Oh, Tim's got probably a lucky position here. He's either choosing a forward or a defender. Or might be a midfielder as well. Smith or Sinclair? Who do you like more out of those two?
Wow, that's a really good question.
Smith for me, Dog.
I like them both.
Yeah.
I'm going Smith.
Yeah.
Should be all right. Do you have any worries about the Bulldogs?
Yes.
Yeah,
every night when I
every
go to
week.
sleep.
Yeah.
I just sweat.
Try to
and
get to
wake
sleep.
up and
Yeah.
they're always in my
Nah,
head.
they're very stressful. Bevo can just do some crazy stuff. Like even Treloar off halfback at the moment.
just
Where
genius
does that
move.
come from?
Genius move.
Did you see the other week where he lined up on Heaney and they made a point of it, and then 20 seconds into the quarter, Heaney goals. I was like, oh boy.
Here we go.
Is it okay to go from... it's losing that one. Go to the Borg. I'm assuming that's the Berg. From Hewitt. I don't have enough for anyone else.
That's okay.
It is okay. He's another one that he's a risky move given his position can change from quarter to quarter. He's at home down back. That's where he's taking his marks and scoring his hundreds. He probably won't have to pinch hit in the ruck as much this week, which is actually a good thing for him.
Yep.
But it's whether he goes forward.
Okay.
Who are they playing?
They are up against Carlton.
I guess he's an option.
Yeah.
I don't love it for some reason. I'm a happy owner, but I don't love the move.
Right, okay. Last couple here. We'll go, Fiona wants to know, Laird or Mules? I'm saving the coin on to bring in, maybe.
You go Mules.
If it's to bring in, that's who...
Yep. They shouldn't be too far off each other from here on
This week, I would think Mills will outscore Laird, like
Agree.
you said.
It's 100 and a lot K.
Yeah, so it's Mills.
130,
Look,
140 it must be.
the chances of Laird having a bad game is minimal.
Oh, yeah.
But because of his price tag, if he has a semi-human game instead of superhuman, his price is going to drop pretty quick.
Yep.
Amanda wants to know here, Hewitt to Doherty or Sinclair? Doherty because he's at the top of your rolling 22, Roy?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, that's exactly where
I
you
love
go.
them both, though, but I'm probably going Doc first.
There you go.
I am a bit biased. I will flag that. But
Yeah.
Doc then Sinclair.
Noah, this is an interesting one. Solego down to Hollands. Use DPP of Hoff to get Hewitt to Laird. Would you tick that one off?
Yes.
Anytime I'm hearing
Laird.
Laird in,
Yeah.
I'm ticking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're forced to have to do a trade.
Yeah, exactly. So, yep.
But is there that thing about this money that you might save that you could use next week?
Yes, there is. Of course there is.
There
However, he's looked at Laird's scores for the last 10
he
weeks
just
or
hasn't
so,
been bad
and
for
he's just
10
gone,
weeks.
I've had enough. I've had enough. I mean, I want to go.
You're not enjoying your weekend if you don't have Laird.
No, so he's got to fix
Mark
it.
my words.
Yep, done. He's enjoying his weekend.
Which combo here for James? Mills and Scrimshaw or Sinclair and Dangerfield?
Jeez.
Look,
Mills is the better midfielder.
Yeah.
Scrimshaw,
you can't have Scrimmy.
you can't have Scrimshaw.
Find someone else.
Sinclair and Dangerfield.
No.
Well,
I don't
it's
love
not Mills
Danger.
and Scrimshaw.
I'm going Sinclair and Danger then, if I have to pick. I cannot.
You're not going Scrimmy.
Tick off
All right,
Scrimmy.
I'll tick off the second one.
Okay.
All right.
Could you go Kelly to Oliver coming back?
No, I think we need a week to see him first. There's other guys there. You don't need to chase Oliver.
Oh, they might have the top 6 in the roll on 22, and I think Oliver's 7.
Okay. There's value there. They wouldn't have McCluggage,
No, they wouldn't.
so they could go there instead.
Yeah, don't do it.
All right. I reckon we are done here. Round 19 is ready to roll.
Sweet.
I'm sure you've got your
I've got
teams
work to
all
do.
I do now too. This is always frustrating to try to actually come up with trades now after this. So you'll be able to see those with
Easy
what
to
with what our ideas are on our AFL fantasy video, which will be coming out on Friday on afl.com.au. Also, Calvin's Fantasy Ready will give you all the tips to help you get set. Frustrating to lose someone. Every single week we're losing someone.
Have a cry about
I've
it.
got 2. You don't see me crying.
He's got one for the first time.
Oh, for the first time. How
Here
many
he goes.
times can I have the first time?
Okay, it's your second injury.
Second
for the
one.
year.
All right.
Boo-hoo.
Thanks for tuning in and good luck for round 19.